Get to it. Get them feet up front.
My name is Jase James, and I'm 11 years old. I do calf roping, tie down, breakaway, bull riding, and bareback riding. I started calf riding when I was younger, like 7.
My name is Jose James. I'm 14 years old. I honestly can't remember when I learned to ride because I was so little. My parents put me on a horse probably like before I could even walk. So, Mom, you're gonna say that.
He was an infant. I mean, he was little. He was riding horses at 2.
When I started entering, it was probably like 6 or 7. I started off with barrels, and then I became doing roping, and now that's what I only do is roping.
We're going to start things off with a hometown cowboy. You saw him in the breakaway rope. He can do it all. He can go all around town. Jase James, Rodeo, Texas. Oh, buddy. He's got that is a shot at winning a $200,000 rodeo. And she's showing her stuff right there with a 3.10. Say hello to your new leader, Jose James.
It's just something that's never went away. I'm 50 years old and I've been doing it. I think the first rodeo I was in the 3rd grade that I entered, and it's been a way of my life, my entire life. And keeping it going is really their choice or their decision. It's what I do and what I chose. Or, you know, a lot of times you don't choose rodeo, rodeo chooses you. And rodeo chose me, and so I've stayed with it my entire life, you know, and they seem to enjoy it themselves, and it's what we do. So that was my claim to fame, if you will, if I had any of sorts. And it's a very, very rough life, and not the path that I would choose for him. You know, if I got to choose, he would be golfing, or you know, not that golfing's a bad sport, but something a lot safer. And it's a very rough life, you know. Those things are, you know, and it's not if you're going to get hurt, it's when and how bad, you know, because it's going to happen.
The worst I got hurt was when I hurt my foot. That's it. I stepped off my horse and then twisted my ankle.
I just don't like him riding bulls. I'd much rather him stick to just roping. Yes, I worry about him every day, getting hurt. You never know what they're gonna do. I mean, they're just mean animals. No, I don't really have anything. I mean, I like bull riding. I'm good with it, but I'm not a big fan of my son doing it anyway. And I was there when his dad rode bulls as well. And it was hard on me as well.
They're fun to ride, and it just feels good when you nod your head in the chute.
Oh, it's intense at times, and sometimes, you know, it wasn't so bad when they were younger, but now that they're older, it does. But, you know, it also helps feed, because I know when Josie smokes a run out there, Jase is trying to beat her.
Right. There you go. Now I get it.
Hey, Jase, you ready to get beat this weekend?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I think you are gonna get beat.
No.
All right, I guess we'll see.
You know, he's literally trying to beat her, so, you know, we like to say iron sharpens iron, you know, in our house. And with each one trying to outdo the other sometimes works to its advantage, you know.
Yeah, we get in fights sometimes, but we know that we all love each other and we're all having fun. It's all gonna work out in the end, and we tell each other that we're gonna beat each other. It just makes each other motivate each other self.
And training can be tough, and you know, and sometimes we're a little hard on them, you know. But I don't know a coach out there that's not hard on their students if they're wanting to excel, you know. And so training sometimes it can be a lot and it can be intense, you know. But in my theory is if we're gonna go, we're going to win first.
Going into a rodeo, you always think positive. You never, you know, you always build them up instead of trying to say, okay, well, I hope you do good. I know you're gonna do good.
So we train to win first. We train to be the best that we can possibly be, and then even better.
Okay.
But training is a lot, you know. A lot of times we rope every single day if we can, you know. And Jase will get on some rough stock quite a few times during the week if we can find the time to do it.
So when I get home, I do schoolwork for about an hour or two, and then right after I get done with that, I start getting on and roping, and I rope for about an hour.
It's hard because I have to do homework, and sometimes I have a lot of homework, and then I have to rope, and sometimes I have to ride steers.
They will always be very competitive, I see, and they're a threat now, you know. When we show up, you know, they usually walk out there with something. We're very fortunate, and they're very talented kids. It's we will see what the future holds for the James gang, you know, which direction they go in. And I'll be happy any direction they go. But both of them, in my mind, have the ability to be world champions if that's what they choose to do.